Okay. I think I've seen this before, yeah. This is the sort of teaser trailer they put out a little while ago.
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away.
I figured the game was going to start like that, but I also figured it would be a lot much shorter segment before we actually got to sort of the meat and veg of the game. So I wonder how often we're going to sort of cut back to Boston.
A cry in the darkness.
It's exciting, 'cause I don't know. I'm completely blind this time. Oh, snake and a sexy lady.
My destiny to be alone. There's a time
now,
when you see
I know in Deadly Premonition, all the random imagery and stuff meant something in the end. Like, all the random bullshit actually sort of ended up meaning something by the end of it. I imagine in this instance, this is just video that Swery took when he was in New Orleans, and he's just spliced it with this random shit. I was not expecting the flaming skull. Alright, I haven't seen this version of the opening. Oh, that was a... I think that's a Willy in there. The dog. Let's be very clear. So this isn't a red tree. They keep showing this in the loading screens, but this isn't a red tree. I mean, it's got red leaves floating near it, but the tree itself is not.
Zach.
Yeah. Oh.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
There we go. Hey, I'm here. I'm back to being Zach again.
There you are, Zach.
Hi, York. Oh.
Sleeping again?
No, I was in the future. It was weird.
Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
Hey, we're in your own time, then.
Isn't that right, Zach?
Yeah. Come on. Stop flutting about your leaves. You've done your catchphrase now. Oh, yeah. Dead 2Y Premonition. A blessing in disguise. That wasn't that clever, that title change. It's like some of the letters in Deadly Premonition 2 are in A Blessing in Disguise. If we move them around slightly... Eh? Oh. Oh. The bird has a fishing hook.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Is that a hook? Oh, he's got pajamas! Yeah! Francis York Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le CARRÉ, sounds like French to me.
Hang on, so just...
What does it mean?
I'm the chef, David.
Oh, that's
If
a
you
weird
want to
thing
know
for
about
Lacar
the
to
town,
mean.
you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Yeah. I like the... Because I thought York was on, like, the balcony for his room eating
Did you
room
hear that,
service.
Zach? He's
But
a
I
true
like-
professional.
But he's just gone down to the restaurant in his pajamas.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Oh, the worst is yet to come, mate. Trust me.
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
He says as he looks nervously at the two
Actually,
axes on
Chef
his
David,
wall.
if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Well, his mouth curved up in a smile before his robot. Oh, I actually have conversation options. Wow, look at that. So I just want to point out because it's I want to know what the deal is with the massive pineapple on York's table. Like, is he expected to eat that, or is it just a decoration? Because I notice there's not one on every other table. Okay.
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it.
Hang on, if we only just found the body, how did we know she was murdered?
Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat. They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantation right down to the food processing plant.
I thought it was just the shadows, but I do want to point out that David Uari is floating off the ground by a couple of inches because he just moved his foot, and I could see the stair behind his foot. Keep an eye on his feet. If they move again, you'll see what I mean. But he's floating off the ground by 2 inches. Why is he doing that? Maybe that's a superpower that New Orleans chefs have.
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know?
Oh wow, a water tower. Yeah, they must be
They're the
rich.
ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
Again, how did we know if we didn't have a body, how did we know she was murdered? Why she not just gone missing?
So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, You best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
I'm really looking forward to meeting the local police.
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart, and when that don't work, they just beat your ass.
Yeah, that sounds like American police.
That's the deep south for
Well,
you.
they'd probably maybe skip the first part and just skip straight to the beat your ass part, judging by, well, just their actions generally.
This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way, like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
What do you know about New Orleans?
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
Will they? Because I've never heard of any of those films. New Orleans. What films do I know that are set in New Orleans? I actually don't know any.
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
When I think of New Orleans, I think of Infamous 2, which was, I think, loosely set in New Orleans.
What's your point?
Cat People.
Oh, Cat
That's my
People
point.
again.
Cat People.
That bloody film.
1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s.
I think Swery really likes this
The
film.
most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards.
Is that bestiality then? I thought this. This question has been asked about werewolves before. If you have sex with a werewolf, is that bestiality? And if a werewolf turns into a wolf and then has sex with a wolf, is that bestiality? And is it more bestiality than if a werewolf has wolf? Because if they're half wolf, half human, then surely a werewolf having sex with a wolf is as much bestiality as a human having sex with a werewolf. These are important questions.
Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
That part's unrelated to the bestiality question.
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself.
I like that the question was, what can you tell me about New Orleans?
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister.
Davis does have none of it. Just like, whatever,
So,
sure.
what's your point again?
Yeah, seriously?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
Okay.
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Yeah, again, it's still not. That's not something you should be telling people.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar,
An altar?
like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're not leaning into the voodoo stereotype.
That's all?
Oh, and The body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, it's so weird. She was found in an altar. Oh, she's cut up into pieces. But the altar, man, that was weird.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
How can I get around town?
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh?
Do you have an airport?
Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question.
Right, I just actually really don't have an airport. But...
Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Oh.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket.
Yeah, I get it. There's lots of times when your car can be stolen.
Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
It's not, though. I mean, that's just what it means to be a car owner.
In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Oh, yeah.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not
No.
really.
No. Just,
But I'll listen if you want me to.
yeah, he has no other
Then
customers,
please do.
so...
After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
You have hybrid cars in 2005? I don't know. When was the hybrid car invented?
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. And who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter.
Oh, I know that one. I've seen that one.
1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself. Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10.
York really struggles with answering a question succinctly.
I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
Yeah!
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
I love that Swery just went, one of the biggest criticisms about the Deadly Premonition was the driving sucked, and so Swery went, fine, skateboarding then.
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But By the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery.
Just imagine New York in his suit and tie, just skateboarding down
Not
the
even I knew I
American
had
highway.
this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today.
Is that hot? I don't know.
Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The least Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach.
David's just like, oh, he's talking to himself again.
The searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
You haven't eaten any of it.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single
Yeah.
bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Oh, York, you and your weird bullshit. Who orders, like, a massive lobster omelette thing and then just drinks tea? I mean, Francis York Morgan does, because he's a freak. Yeah! Alright, cracking the case. Return to York's room and review the case. Boom. Am I in control now? Yeah! We are in control of York! Look at this. Look at our young lad. Like I said, he's just come down to the restaurant in his pajamas. Oh, I can bump. People exist now. Like before, people who weren't important, like people were just like an insurmountable wall. Oh, hang on, I see what I need to do. I need. Yes! Get into the table! In! I will push you into that table, and you shall become part of that giant pie! Ah, it's not going in as far as... I had my hopes that when I saw his leg go into the table there, but it's not quite as... Not quite as malleable. That's about as much as I can get, yeah, a little bit of his leg in the table. Okay. Glad we tested that. Again, another hotel with a massive spread of food. This one's actually more reasonable. Oh no, actually, it does go all the way around here. And at least... You know it's a buffet, yeah? You know it's a buffet. Also, they look less generic this time. Like, this guy's got... I wonder if that's a developer. I thought he had a scar on his face, but it's just his face. Okay, let's crack on. We've wasted enough time. I finally got control of York. Oh, the frame rate. So the frame rate has been a big bugbear. It gets worse apparently when I get outside as well. So a lot of the reviews are coming out on this, and much like the first game, it's very, very divided. But even the positive reviews say, Jesus Christ, the frame rate in this game is terrible. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it gets worse when you get outside, but you can feel it. Can I? Yeah! Look at him go. Sup? Coffee, cola, root beer. I have $600. How much is coffee? $4.10. Alright, so stuff's more reasonably priced in Le Car than in Greenvale, at least. Buy a black coffee. Why not? Why not? Whee! I love his run posture. He's just hunched over with his arms like out to the side like he's Wolverine. Oh, I can't leave because the stairs are being cleaned. Where's my agent honor? Oh, it's a window. I thought there was another me. I mean another me. York's room. Okay, so we won't go in there quite yet. I just want to do a quick lap of the hospital, of the hotel. The other H word. This is a different vending machine. Yeah. There's a different guy sat here. There's some ladies. Twin sisters? I think that's the same model twice, just wearing different clothes. At least they're wearing different clothes. Okay, let's go to my room. Put on my suit. Oh, how big is my bed? This is the most important question. Yeah!
Sang Rouge.
The idea of York wearing that, skateboarding for 10 miles.
And chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
Ah, that's the first bit of music I recognize.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase.
So this is like York's theme.
Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Ah, Miami. Now that was a fascinating case.
I like that York's such a nerd, he brings
Billy,
a briefcase to a
our perp, cut his
shootout.
own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Okay, bye.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Why did he walk away from the mirror to look at a wall? Ooh, okay. Here's a mechanic.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states.
Oh, it's red powder.
Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
I recognize this music as well.
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar.
Oh, am I gonna do like red string?
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of CARRÉ. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
I like the idea as well that York brought the red string with him. It's like every good FBI agent carries a spool of red wool and some pins, just in case they need to start putting together an evidence wall.
I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay.
I love that he even refers to movies that he's seen that year by the year.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic.
Well, that's
An
very
experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi.
pretentious. That was the word I was looking for.
That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach.
I always get confused, because I always think The Island is that one where...
You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
Leonardo DiCaprio... I don't know why I pressed A, because I'm to interrupt myself. I'm in control of this. I keep thinking The Island is the one where Leonardo DiCaprio is a clone. But I think that's the beach.
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Silly game. I like it. Oh, I need to answer the door. Not before I investigate my room. Mr. Morgan, could you not put holes in the wall of your hotel room, please? Just... Okay, that's the link board. Yeah! Good stuff. That is a interesting and uncomfortable looking chair. Why have I got that? Okay. Oh, my bed's regular sized. What is this? I want a giant triple three-person bed. Oh. Okay. Well, the proof will be when there's proof of whether this game succeeds or not will be whether I'm under the covers when I go to bed later. Let's see what I can do. What suits have I got? In the toolbox, store items. Okay, so it's probably the mirror. Okay, I got a lot of... Oh no, this is stuff I got on me. And they start me out with quite a lot. Butter cookies, sleep uses to camp outside. Okay. Oh, so I don't have to find a bed, I can just sleep wherever I want now. Paralysis, poison, what is this, Pokemon? Okay. Let's take some middle cigarettes, I guess. And a sleeping bag, an antidote. Oh, hang on, I didn't press that, did I? Cold be gone. Okay.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Can I not change my costume then? Yeah, I can. Good. You need to change clothes, and clothes with dry cleaning for the same clothes a long time they can dirty. Okay, so I have my agent in stylish brown. I'll stick with my agent suit for the time being, since we only just put it on. Massive bathroom. I don't know what hotel Swery stays at when he goes to,
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
I feel like this is just Swery complaining about American hotels.
It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
Nice. Oh, I got, hang on. Oh. Oh, there's no, cutscene for shaving this time. That's a shame. But it's nice that all the old mechanics are still there. And I have a mini fridge. Except it's a regular fridge. I have a regular fridge. Alright, let's see who's knocking on our door then. Oh, it's David.
Hey there, Chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Oh, okay. He's crazy
I just
too.
heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carré is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Looks like he's got a split
Why,
personality
yes,
as well.
sir. Of course
Hooray!
it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le Carré means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
It's like, yeah.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
Oh, okay, so he just puts on a different act when he does different jobs. Cool, I completed mission 2, guys. Oh.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
Wait, it's a guy pretending to be a painting. Okay,
Nice
well,
tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
Okay, well, I take
They
back
can
what I
see
said
what's
about not
far in
leaning
the
into the
distance,
voodoo
but are
thing.
blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer.
I'd zoom away if you laughed at me
As
like
for
that,
me-
to be honest.
Just call me Hoongan.
Hoongat. The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Fell 10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero.
Okay, so
Got it.
10 women are gonna die.
But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Oh, so York's not been to the other world yet. Oh, okay. Right. So I thought it was
Zach,
actually
did you hear all that? Looks
a
like we've
dude,
already
like,
taken
just
our first
pretending
step
to be
into
a picture.
chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Okay. It's got weird from very early on. They eased into the weirdness a lot more in the first game. But they've very much gone, no, look, you know what if you're playing this, you know what the deal is. Let's not dick around here. But no, I thought it was just going to be a guy, like, behind a glass sheet. Who was just going to be, like, yeah, I'm Hungan, I pretend to be a painting. But, nope. Voodoo dude, taking possession of the painting and making the other paintings dance. Is you David as well? I think that is. So you are way too over-designed to just be a background character. You must be someone important. So maybe these are important characters and I just can't interact with them yet. Because I'm pretty sure that's David. Maybe something will happen when I try and leave. You don't look important. You look generic. You're fine. That's not a very nice thing to say to a person, but it's true. Oh, can I go in the ladies? Oh, disappointing.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your bathroom. I'm sure you feel the same way, don't you, Zach? Now this is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about. It might even trump the one we saw in that drug dealer's house in Austin. Remember? The art piece on display in there utilized the natural curves of human ribs in such a novel way. It was truly brilliant.
Okay. Well, there's no art in here. Why are you like... Hang on, why? I'm very confused by what is all of that? Okay, I must be able to get in here at some point because there is a lot of stuff going on back there. And that seems to me like you wouldn't put all that in there if I couldn't get back there. Okay, guys, there's a lot of stuff back there, but none of it looks like a toilet. Oh no, actually no, there is a toilet in the middle. Okay, I see what York's talking about now, but I mean I can't see that yet. So it seems weird to have commented on it. Whatever. Oh, hang on, there was a thing that popped up. Oh no, it was the front door. Okay, let's go to the map then. Let's look at this square town.
Zach, this is CARRÉ. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Oh, yep. Oh, cool. I've unlocked the map. Now, this is very important.
Zach, what did you think of Hungan's oracle?
Does the map suck or not?
Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
Oh yeah, no, it's not some childish riddle. That is probably like the most important piece of information we'll get in this game. 10 maidens, 10 is good, but so I imagine because the cases are linked, it's someone else doing the sort of similar ritual to the Raincoat Killer in Deadly Premonition 1 in that they're trying to kill, I guess in this case, 10 women in order to gain power. I don't know what the flying serpent is yet, though.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now, where in this town can one satiate their hunger?
Okay, no, it's talking
hotel
about bowling.
Where? And the
I was
10
way
things
overthinking
need to
that.
be knocked down.
It might still be referring
Simple,
to... the thing I just said might
The
still
answer
be
is
true.
bowling. The shape of the bowling
Yeah.
pin was based on the feminine form. The 10
He's talking
maidens
about
are the 10
bowling.
pins.
You give me
But
no
a place
chance to
where
figure
someone
that out,
can
by
both
the way.
eat and bowl at the same time. I'm skeptical as to whether we'll be able to find such a place in a backwoods town like this.
Do they not have... The bowling alleys in Japan not have a restaurant they're in? Because every bowling alley I've been to has had a restaurant they're in.
Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time.
I'm glad, though, that they've introduced the bowling
Nice job.
so
Zach.
early on.
I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that.
Oh,
The
that's
Clarkson
probably there.
Food Delivery Services Cold Storage Warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing.
I kind of wish, because I was trying to think about that, and then York just told me the answer. I kind of wish it would let me try and figure it out, and then when I pressed on it, it would then say, yes, ambiguous 0, that makes sense.
Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Because you told me! Who gave me that $15?
And how about that Hoongan? What a mysterious
You're
character.
just go,
His
congratulations,
oracles may
me,
end up
here's
determining how much
$15.
time we
Thanks.
spend in this town.
In fairness, he talks to himself all the time. I don't see why he wouldn't just give himself money, yeah, and pretend it was... Oh?
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're
Yeah,
dying
it
to
was
smoke,
David.
head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
Are
Okay.
you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams Deep South. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
I like, when David was first introduced, I sort of thought, oh, okay, this is like the sort of sensible character who, you know, like it's similar to Emily, who doesn't take, like basically ignores all of York's bullshit, and it's just like, well, no, doesn't take York bullshit, and it's just like, hey, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you so weird? And then no, it's just he's just as zany as everyone else. Alright, so I've noticed that these exclamation marks have appeared all over the place, and I'm curious.
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's.
That is weird.
Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me.
Also, yeah,
Yes,
totally
the very same
in
feeling
keeping
I
with
got
York's
when watching a
backstory.
certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams. 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
Okay. That's 2 films I promised Zach that I'll go and watch. Predator Run. Alright, let's ring the bell.
We always strive to provide our guest with the finest of service, sir. Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping, in particular, can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
Great. Sounds convenient.
Exactly.
Can I buy a suit? Yes. No, I can't buy a suit. What the hell? What kind of shop is this? Anti-alky, an alcoholic's best friend, used to complete your so. Oh, I can get drunk! Yes! Roll this around to clean yourself up a little. Gets rid of your BO by a decent. Hang on, refreshing mint flavoured gum. Wouldn't deodorant do better to get rid of my BO? I can get the tan. Oh. There are so many gameplay mechanics here. A must-have for those who want the perfect tan makes it easier to tan for a while. Yeah, okay. We're getting suntan York.
Please don't hesitate to let me know if you're in need of anything, sir.
Would you mind if I asked you just one question, concierge?
I hope that I can put sunglasses on York, and then tan, and then I have, like, the mark of the sunglasses on my face.
By all means, please ask me whatever you like, sir.
If this game has that level of tanning tech, it's Game of the Year for me.
Do you run this entire hotel all on your own? I mean, just the 3 of you?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
So you, or the 3 of you, own the entire place?
Oh, heavens no, sir. The chef, the bellboy, and myself are all mere employees of this fine hotel.
So the Clarksons own this place, too?
Not quite, sir. This hotel opened its doors long before the Clarksons came to prominence.
Impressive. No wonder this building has such a dignified air to it.
Indeed. This is probably the only building in all of CARRÉ that has managed to retain its original appearance.
So who's the owner? I simply must know the name of the person who had the fortune and sense to come into possession of such a fine building.
The owner of this hotel is none other than David Jawara, sir.
Zach, that's the 4th David. It all makes sense now. It'd be stranger if only the owner was a completely different person. I sincerely hope I get a chance to meet him during my stay here.
If I may, Mr. Morgan, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not?
Unfortunately, our owner has a bit of a personality problem. The 3 of us here describe him as having a fractured mind.
That's so. Well, me and him have something in common then. Can I just keep ringing him? Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Very good, sir. Please.
Yeah, if I just want to
Serving
use the
you
shot.
is please do let...
Yeah, no, fair enough. Okay, run. Let's see who this lady
Hey,
is.
boss. How can I be of service?
The hotel's been impressive. Why, thanks, boss. We're proud of our hotel here. Yes, we are. I can see why. Speaking of which, you happen to see you take a peek at the decorations in the bathroom on the 1st floor? I did it myself, I'll have you know. If you haven't, then go take a look. Oh yeah, and we're also really proud of how strong our water pressure is. Meaning, hey, this is the South, boss. Doesn't take long to drown yourself in sweat, catch my drift. Anyways, we made sure to set our shower's water pressure to high. Well then, I can't wait to experience it. I might just have to try it out tonight. I already had a shower, but never mind that. You are clearly a character. Why can't I talk to you? Whatever. Predator Run! Alright, maybe now I can check out the toilet. No, why won't... Why would you tell me? I mean, I can put my face through the door. Why would you tell me about the toilet and not let me go and check it out? So weird.
You can tell this town was built by a very... No. Either way, a perfect... Yes, I can feel the horrible weight of all the sins that have been committed here. Can't you, Zach?
So do I have a map? Yes, I do. The map, you can view the map and set custom waypoints. Simply move the cursor over the point. Wyvern balloon. Okay, I guess that's a collectible. Altar, shop, restaurant, toolbox, phone. Then. Well, at least... Oh, no, the old map did used to show me on it. Can I... Okay, but the fact that I can zoom out this far is already a good indication. This is one of the things I have heard, is that this game isn't that much shorter than the first game, but because the town is so much more, like, compact, I don't think there's actually anything out in these areas, mostly. There's probably something, like, down this road here at some point that I have to go and do, but generally, you don't have to leave the sort of main square of the town. It doesn't take you as long to get everywhere, so there's no huge driving sections, let's put it that way. Instead, there are shorter skateboarding sections where York talks about movies, so that's something to look forward to. I wonder if I can buy new skateboards as well. There's got to be a skateboard shop. They wouldn't let me just have the same dinky old skateboard for the whole game. And York said you learnt some tricks. There's got to be a skate park. Oh, I'm so excited at all the possibilities. I didn't know, so I've tried not to look up as much as possible so that I can be surprised by everything. So, like, the fact that there's a tanning mechanic is... It's just delightful. Very excited about to engage in that. Let's put it that way. These loading times are quite long. Though. So York looks a younger now.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
Hello, tiny child.
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
Go away, weird child. I'm trying to enjoy my smoke.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Yeah!
Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too.
This must mean that San Rouge is connected to the Lees Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
She's adorable and annoying.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
It looks just like, oh yeah, I get to steal the case from the local law enforcement again, like a jerk. There was a lot of dialogue before.
Quiet.
As you wish, Mother. My lips are sealed. Happy now?
Okay, finally, thank you. I can open the door now. I was right to pause, because it would have started a cutscene. Why was there so much dialogue for that
Don't let him
tiny
take
section
control
of
of the
stairs?